They have been Britain's second biggest construction company, but Carillion have been so much more than that. They also hold £200 million of prison contracts, they have cleaning and catering deals with hospitals, and even provide school meals. And now they're bust. That's regrettable, say the government, but they're not bailing them out.
The action that we have taken is designed to keep vital public services running, rather than to provide a bailout on the failure of a commercial company. The role of the government is to plan and prepare for the continuing delivery of public services that are dependent on these contracts, and this is what we have done.
The opposition wanted to know about the 20,000 Carillion employees who now face an uncertain future.
Why has he not had a single conversation, apparently, with representatives of the workforce about their jobs and their pensions? And shouldn't those people have a higher priority than the bonuses for the executives, which appear to have been safeguarded?
But now there are questions about the government's continued support for the company, even when it was clearly in trouble. In July last year, Carillion issued its first profits warning and the chief executive resigned, with a package worth £700,000. A week later, Carillion was given a £1.4 billion contract for HS2. Other contracts worth hundreds of millions followed over the next 4 months, until November, when the company issued its third profits warning and the share price collapsed.
Yes, this is a classic case of too big to fail. You know, we had this in the banking sector. Lessons should have been learned about piling on more and more risks onto rather fragile operations, and in this case, badly managed companies. But the lessons were not learned, and the taxpayers are going to have to pick up a massive bill.
Building Britain's infrastructure, such as road and rail, is a vital part of the country's development. Lord Adonis was the government's chief advisor on that until he resigned at Christmas. He says the taxpayer could now face a big bill.
My fear is that the government will end up paying a king's ransom to private companies for the services, when the right thing for the taxpayer might well be for the state itself to offer these services, at least for an emergency period, while we have an orderly transition to private operators.
At the Carillion headquarters not so long ago, they were helping to build the country's future. Today, the company's become part of the industrial past. Andy Bell, 5 News.